A lot of people watch these videos in a lot of different ways. I mean, some people are very meticulous. They watch every one, beginning to end. They even stick with the music. Sometimes the music is so nice, I just like to let it run for 20, 30 seconds afterwards. But at the other end of the scale are people who just come on, don't want to hear me jibber jabber. They just want to see the action. They want to see the money shot. So they just blow ahead, see the action, and go on their merry way. Sometimes they tip their cap on the way out the door. This is one of those videos, at least the first 7 or 8 minutes of it is, nothing happens in this video. But that's the point. Congressman Bobby Rush is cruising around through his neighborhood of South Chicago. He gets stopped by some very, very polite cops because of a mix-up in his license plate and his registration. He files a complaint immediately saying the cops were bad people. They released this video telling the truth. Let's put this video in the same category as the Texas legislator who lied about his encounter with police, the college teachers who lied about their encounters with police, because that's what happened here. And just as a reminder, on the other side of this Bobby Rush tape, somebody just sent me this about an hour ago. It's kind of a reminder of who Bobby Rush is, because Bobby Rush has two big distinctions. One, he was the only guy ever to beat Barack Obama in an election. Obama and he ran against each other in the congressional primary. But before that, in the 60s, a lot of people remember Bobby Rush as being a member of the Black Panther. He was on the scene at a couple of major shootouts, people getting killed, all that stuff. He actually spent some time in prison on weapons charges. Anyway, so let's do that. Let's watch the video where nothing happens. And then let's take a look, let's do a little throwback to the 60s.
How's it going, sir?
How you doing?
Do you have a license and insurance on you?
Are you looking at a tan Cadillac 231?
No, it's going to be a Lexus.
Okay, one moment. And you say it's 1 US on the plate, correct?
Pulling you over because your plates aren't matching the car.
US Congressman.
Your plate is coming back to a Cadillac.
I never owned a Cadillac.
Okay.
My name is Congressman, U.S. Congressman Bobby Rush, and this is the government leased vehicle.
Okay. Do you have the registration for it?
Yes, I do. I'm sure y'all looking at this.
This is expired. What's that? Thank you.
One of my gloves apart.
Okay. I just gotta let you know everything is being audio and video recorded, okay?
I am glad about that.
Okay.
So I have evidence. So when I show it for and talk to somebody about it, then they will. I don't know the information I need to have. I cannot believe all this stuff. U.S. Congress.
What's that? I see.
Nothing like with the van or anything?
Alright, you can keep looking for it. We're gonna go ahead and run you and make sure we'll see what's going on with these plates, okay? You can just stay in the car for us. Thank you.
Yeah, anything with the van on it?
Yeah. That's Bobby Rush.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
83 Adam.
He's got, is this an RX 458? He's got the insurance for it. It's expired, but. Yeah. It's pissed.
That was on that US, 1 US for the congressional plate was that Caddy that expired 2009. So we have a bed, we'll run that for you.
Tom 2, Boy Charles 1, Boy Adam 8, Frank Charles 006456. If you can just send that to my PT, I don't want it on here. Well, that's gonna be an eyesore for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, he lives over here?
I guess so. He's gonna look at him and be like,
It's 31, no record on file. I went in Illinois, it's been out of the region, it comes back no record.
the government plates on the back. The VIN number comes back.
Did they come back? I was gonna give it to her again.
Alright. Here you go, sir. I don't know why they're coming back to you said you used to have a Cadillac?
No, I never had a Cadillac.
Okay.
But let me say this. I'm a sitting member of Congress.
Okay.
I have been driving in this vehicle here for years. Those are the U.S. Capitol plates.
I understand that.
And the fact that this is my district. And I have never been so embarrassed and humiliated.
Oh, you shouldn't be embarrassed.
I'm pulled over by the Chicago Police Department. All right, members of Congress. And I've been a member of the City Council for 9 years and a congressman for almost 30 years. And I want to get your name and number.
Okay.
All right, because I will be back. The only reason I haven't got the mail on my cell phone right now is I don't have my cell phone on me.
Okay.
But I want to get it because I've never been so embarrassed in my life.
Well, you shouldn't be embarrassed.
Well,
I mean,
don't tell me what I shouldn't be.
Okay.
I know what I am, what I am. What's your name?
Figueroa. Figueroa. 2931. Second District would be 231. Okay. All right. Take care, sir.
In Chicago today, 2 Black Panthers were killed as police raided a Panther stronghold. One of the dead was Fred Hampton, 22-year-old Illinois chairman of the Panthers. Bill Plant reports.
State's Attorney's police arrived at Fred Hampton's West Side apartment, half a block from Panther headquarters, at 4:45 this morning. They had a search warrant authorizing them to look for illegal weapons. The State's Attorney's office says its men were fired upon after identifying themselves at the door, and that Hampton and another man were killed in the 15-minute gun battle which followed. 2 policemen and 4 of the 9 people in the apartment were wounded. Hampton's body was found in bed. Panther Bobby Rush charges it was the raiding party, not the Panthers, who did the shooting.
Murder. The pigs murdered Deputy Chairman Fred Hampton while he lay in bed. I approve it. I prove it to the world that Fred Hampton was murdered by the pigs. Their lives, their argument to the people can't bear up to the evidence that we have that they murdered our Deputy Chairman in cold blood as he lay in his bed asleep.
Police displayed a cache of 14 revolvers and shotguns and about 1,000 rounds of ammunition, which they said had been taken from the apartment. Cook County State's Attorney Edward Hanrahan commended his men for bravery and restraint.
The immediate, violent, criminal reaction of the occupants in shooting at announced police officers emphasizes the extreme viciousness of the Black Panther Party. So does their refusal to cease firing at the police officers when urged to do so several times.
Today, a day after Chicago police shot it out with the Black Panthers, killing 2 of them, they raided the apartment of another Panther leader, Bobby Rush. They found an unregistered gun and some ammunition, but Rush was not there.
Today's raid was on an apartment in this building occupied by Bobby Rush, where police expected to find a large supply of guns. After the raid, NBC News reporter David Klein talked with one of the undercover policemen.
At 5:30 this morning, we knocked on the door. Receiving no answer, we forced our way in.
Now, what did the place look like when you got inside?
It was a shambles. It was like people moving out in a hurry.
Now, what did you find there?
We found a small quantity of shotgun, rifle, and pistol ammunition, a small foreign-make Derringer, a small quantity of marijuana, training manuals, Army training manuals on booby traps, explosives and demolitions, and shotguns, and quite a bit of reading material on revolutionary reading material, such as Che Guevara, Mao Tse-tung, and this sort of thing.
In downtown Chicago, there was a silent demonstration by anti-war groups protesting yesterday's slaying of Panther chairman Fred Hampton. 2 clergymen in the group said the shooting of 26 Panthers in the past year may represent a national campaign by police to wipe out the Panthers. A bystander took issue with the charge.
You, Father. Well, how come you didn't pray when them 2 policemen were shot on the south side? I don't see you parading around here when they were shot. You was out there preaching about Vietnam, but you didn't go and start a group and parade when them 2 policemen were shot out there and ambushed.
Today, at a Southside Catholic church, a mass was spoken for Hampton. In other sections of the city, community groups started calling for a moratorium on the violence, which so far this year has seen 8 policemen slain, several others wounded, and more than a score of blacks either slain or wounded in ghetto confrontations. Bill Matney, NBC News, Chicago.
The Justice Department has ordered a preliminary investigation into that shootout last week between Chicago police and Black Panthers. Fred Hampton and another Panther leader were killed, and Panther spokesman called it murder. The Justice Department said civil rights leaders requested the investigation of the police action. Officers who took part in the raid reenacted it yesterday for station WBBM TV.
This way. I go in over to about here. Then I hit the door, and I go to the bed.
There's a woman lying on a bed with a shotgun, calmly pumping it, pointed in my direction, and fires. The fire illuminates her face. I get a very good look at her. I feel something go over my left shoulder.
This woman fires a shot, and the illumination apparently illuminates, or Dan's shooting illuminates a fellow sitting behind the door in a chair. He's pumping this shotgun. I turn in his direction. I fired 2 shots at him. As the shots apparently hit him, he stands up. I stand up with him. We struggle. He falls down over the chair on the floor with his head facing the corner of the door here in the wall. I fall across his body.
I yelled for a ceasefire. I heard a voice from the back bedroom, or from the area of the back, say, "Come out of there with your hands up." There was an interim of several seconds when a voice from this bedroom, the first bedroom, said, "Shoot it out," and a shotgun blast come through that door.
This form was clearing the bed about slightly over waist high. He had a shotgun which was grayish in color. It was very vivid in my mind because of its color, and he was swinging it. And when he reached about the 45-degree angle is where I saw him and brought my gun across. I gave a burst to him.
The Panthers today denied that the television reenactment was what really happened in the apartment, said Deputy Defense Minister Bobby Rush. This was just another case of the pigs oinking at the public again. The Panthers have not yet said whether they will take up the challenge of the state's attorney and submit to lie detector tests to determine who is telling the truth. Ike Pappas, CBS News, Chicago.
If you had trouble understanding anything Bobby Rush said in his car, you're not alone. I remember when I first started doing stories and videos about black mob violence, black on white crime, black criminality, wildly out of proportion, and how reporters and public officials are in denial, deceit, and delusion about it. Of course, that road always goes through Chicago really quickly, and every time it went through Chicago, there's Bobby Rush. But I had, when I heard the name, I said, is that the same guy? I mean, because you see in that thing from the 60s, there's this, well-spoken, dynamic, very forceful dude in a hat talking to the TV cameras. But then you flash forward to his time as a congressman, and he's mumbling. He looks very frail, and looks like a totally different person. But either way, he remembers the script. The title of that movie is "Don't Make the Black Kids Angry."